Want some tips and tricks about treasure maps? I'm going to tell you all about them and how to get buried treasure. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in my quickie tutorial series. Today's tutorial is aimed not only at the brand new Minecraft players, of which there are many at the moment, welcome to the greatest game on earth, by the way, but also long established players that maybe have either forgotten how to do this or haven't done this in ages, or perhaps just want to watch me getting wet. We are today going to be talking about buried treasure. We're going to go look for some buried treasure and we're going to talk about what that means and how you do it. Now, the very first challenge to finding buried treasure is to find a buried treasure map, and they are found in wrecks. Now, sometimes you can just be walking along the shore and you'll find a wreck, but other times they're a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit trickier. But our friends, the dolphins, can help us here. If we come to a dolphin and we give them a little bit of fish, they become very, very grateful. Come here, Mr. Dolphin. They're a neutral mob, so they don't always get friendly. But if you right click with a fish, they love you a really lot. And you can then follow them because they take you to the nearest treasure chest. Not buried treasure chest necessarily, but a treasure chest. And the more you click on them, the happier they are with you. Now you can see this dolphin has led us to this sunken ship, or half a sunken ship anyway. Thank you, Mr. Dolphin. We can now investigate as to whether or not the chests in this sunken ship have got what we need. Now, normally, sunken ships have got 2 or 3 treasure maps in them. Now, you're going to be underwater, so please be aware that you could drown. So if you come in, get yourself into the first treasure chest chamber and check inside it. Well, now that is a really, really nice treasure chest, but unfortunately, it's not got what we want. We haven't got a buried treasure map. We've got plenty of emeralds, plenty of gold, which is fab, but no buried treasure map. So we need to come and find another chest. Has it got even another chest? Hopefully, if we go downwards, yeah, we've got another door here. We can come through it, and we found another chest. In here, aha, we've got paper, we've got some feathers, and we've got a buried treasure map. This is what we're after. Buried treasure has been around since the aquatic update, specifically 6th of March 2018 for Java and 28th of March 2018 for Bedrock. Now you've got your lovely treasure map, you are going to need a couple of tools. First off, get yourself a boat. You are almost certainly going to have to go over the water to get to where you want to be with this treasure. So get yourself a boat, it's going to save you loads of time swimming. You also are going to want a shovel. This is because, generally speaking, treasure chests are covered up with sand or gravel, so a shovel is the best tool. Very occasionally, they do appear without anything over the top, but that is pretty rare. Also, it's worth noting that on very, very rare occasions, treasure chests can spawn on land, not in the beach biomes that they are used to be spawning in. They generally spawn in beaches, snowy beaches, stone shores, mushroom-filled shores, and oceans. You have got your tools and you are ready to go. Get your treasure map, and the first thing you see is that it's like brown parchmenty type treasure, and there's 2 really clear things that you want to identify. One is the white dot. That white dot is you. And second is the red cross. Red cross is where the goodies are. Now you need to get the white dot over the red cross. Now because it's a dot, it's like a circly square, as much as a circle there ever is in Minecraft. That means you are off the map. If you were on the map, that will be more of a boat shape. So what we need to do is we need to identify the correct direction to move in and then get ourselves moving towards this red cross. Now maps, including treasure maps, always have north at the top. So we know that we are in the north side, and because we're to the left of it, we're in the northwest side out of the map. We're actually quite a long way out of the map, probably. When I mean a long way, 100 or more blocks, because none of that map is coloured in. When you get close to the map, it starts to colour itself in. So we need to go south and east in order to go towards the red cross. If we pull up our screen, we know currently we are facing directly east. You see that little red line in the middle, that is facing straight along. That is directly east, which means that blue line is directly south. We have to travel in that direction approximately until we start to see our little white dot move, and that will indicate when we're getting closer to the area of our map. So if I just jump off, I'm going to go in the boat in the easterly direction. I'll pop that there. I'm going to get in the boat. I'm going to put this in my right hand and then press F to pop it in my left hand. And that means that I can see that whilst I am moving. And if we start to move in this boat, you can see every time I stop rowing, I can have a quick peek and we can see whether or not that dot has started to move away from that corner. We may find that we've got to travel a fair distance before we start to see it move. So let's just do a bit of a row. So you can see now we've started to move along the northern point of this map. So if we move in that direction a little more, we might find that we start to get a little bit more interest. And you can see there that we are starting to colour in the map in blue. Ignore that yellow thing, that is from a previous cartography tutorial. If you want to go and see that, by the way, please feel free. It is in the description below. You can see we're starting to fill in the corner of this map. And because we're filling it in kind of an arc shape, that shows us that we're coming in from the right corner. So if I just carry on here, pretty soon we may well find that we are starting to move along that side. I'm just going to jump out of the boat now and we're going to have a bit of a search. Now we have come over the mountain, and if we come down the other side of this, we can see we're starting to get a bulge, and that white dot turns into a boat. Can you see that? So if we just run around the edge of this, we can follow that island, and that can help guide us as well as the map. We're basically running across the island that you can see on the map now, because we're on the map as well, which means that the treasure is really quite close. You should at this point almost be able to smell it. So if you come across this bit here, we should be able to see, look, see there, an island kind of in the middle, and our treasure is on that island. You can see the red cross is very, very close now. So if we come across this, and we are now on our treasure island. Now all we need to do is position ourselves in the right place. When you get pretty close, you need to position yourself so as the map has your white tail pretty much underneath that. You can see the little point sticking out. So it is under here, probably within about 5 or maybe even 4 blocks of this point that we're stood on right now. And then you just need to dig. Now, as I mentioned before, generally speaking, these treasure chests sit underneath sand or gravel. Very rarely do they sit under more solid blocks like dirt. So we need to remove the sand and the gravel that we may come across first, and then, and only then, do we want to wander across and maybe start worrying about dirt. So just take out sand blocks. They may be sand blocks that are underwater. Again, just check your location. You can see we are just poking out the top there. So turn yourself around, get yourself directly under it, and I think it is underneath somewhere around here. And there it is. You can see generally under sand and not that deep. So we have our lovely treasure chest there under the water, and we want to know what's inside it. So it's just a normal chest opening up. And inside we have got a massive amount of stuff. These treasure chests are brilliant. So we've got a number of emeralds, we've got some TNT, we've got loads of iron, some fish, and most importantly, the heart of the sea. You always get a heart of a sea in a treasure chest. Now there's lots of stuff that you can get in a loot chest like this. Now in Java Edition, you always 100% get a heart of the sea, same is true for Bedrock, but you almost always get iron as well, 99% of the time. Gold ingots about 9 out of 10, cooked cod and cooked salmon, things like leather tunics and iron swords, you get in 3 out of 4 chests. Then TNT about 6 out of 10 times, and then emeralds, prismarine crystals and diamonds about half of the time. But for Bedrock, you can get some other bits and pieces as well. You can get chainmail sets, you can get water breathing potions, you can get leads and name tags, you can get potions of regeneration, you can get books and quills, you can get music discs, and you can also get cake, but only about 1 in 20 chests. If you are a treasure hunter, I'm now going to tell you the most important thing you can do with your treasure chest. Make sure you collect all your items out of it, because you don't want to leave anything behind. We don't leave any man behind here. And then get that axe. And you want to break that chest. Now, obviously, if I was in survival, that chest would also enter my inventory. But with that chest broken, that means that future treasure maps are not going to look for that chest. If you'd have not broken the chest and you found another treasure map in a relatively close by area, that treasure map would send you to this chest again. But of course, it's already gone. There's nothing in it. It's looted. But now it will send you to a new one. That was a very profitable and pretty quick little treasure hunt, and you can spend a lot of time getting more and more maps and more treasures until you've got an absolute boatload of inventory. What do we get? We got some TNT, 7 emeralds, 18 iron ingots, 3 gold, 7 cooked cod, and the heart of the sea, which is going to allow us to make conduits. That means that we can work underwater far easier. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making these quickie tutorials. And also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.